Hello respected chess community, myself Moinuddin Zawari. Today I am going to show you the game played between Salman Ali Khan and Asadullah Khan Rampuri. This is a game played in recently held tournament in Gujranwala, Punjab, 22 November. Okay, so from white pieces, Asadullah Khan Rampuri, strong more than a national master from Karachi, Sindh. He represented Pakistan in Olympiad more than once. He is the most senior player of Pakistan. His age is more than about 66 years. He defeated almost every national master of Pakistan. On the black side, Salman Ali Khan, a strong player from KPK. He is also a young player. Asadullah Khan Rampuri begins the game with e4. Black respond with c5 Sicilian defense. Knight f3, d6, the main line of Sicilian defense. Here white decided to not go with the open Sicilian but with c3, which is known as delayed Alpine variation. Knight f6. Here one thing I want to show you, that if here white play like bishop e2 or maybe some other move, giving up on this pawn, if he play bishop e2, then black cannot take this pawn. This is a poison pawn. If taken, then this check, queen a4 check, lose the pawn. So this is a basic trap, so you have to be familiar with. So white go with bishop c4, eyeing on this diagonal. Bishop c4 is also a signature move of world champion Bobby Fischer. He closed down the bishop with e6, d3, a6, preparing b5 and fianchetto this bishop, because you can see this bishop is no any good future here, because this pawn is blocked due to this bishop. So he want to play with this bishop from this strong diagonal. White castle. He attacks the bishop with b5 and bishop to b3. Bishop b7 according to the plan. Rook to e1, centralizing the rook. White go with knight d7. This is a very instructive move. You can see he as well can play knight to c6, but he didn't go for this, because knight c6 blocks the view of this bishop, which he don't want to do, and this knight as well control this square e5. And one more thing, whenever this pawn has been pushed, c5 square is available for this pawn. And one more, this is a square, knight b6. Now you can see from knight b6 he can go to knight c4 whenever needed. So knight d7 is a very instructive move. He go with bishop f4, eyeing on this backward pawn. Whenever the pawn is not defended by other pawn, like this pawn, this is known as backward pawn. Bishop to e7, knight d2, he developed another minor piece. Black eventually castled. Here white played h3. This is a multi-purpose move, because h3 creates the loft for the king, so back rank weaknesses ended here. And now he has a retreating square for bishop whenever needed. Bishop to h3. And one more thing, he can as well play knight to h2 and g4, centralizing, and play this knight to f3 maybe at some point if needed, not necessary. So rook to c8. This is a motif in Sicilian defense, playing the rook on c file, because in open Sicilian this is nevertheless open file, but maybe in future he is preparing to open this file for his rook. White plays here d4. Now you can see automatically this file is going to be open. So here black as well can play c4, attacking the bishop, but in this way this rook is going to be closed. So he decided to go to take this pawn. He took, and now you can see white has a good control of the center, but black as well. Now knight to b6. Now you can see the idea of knight d7 earlier on. His idea is to go here and control this square as well. Yeah, this push is possible but not good. Okay, fine. Now he challenged on the open file. Black decided not to take and play queen to d7. White as well connected his rook as similar to the black. Now here black decided to exchange the pair of rooks. He took, this is necessary, then he offers the exchange of another rook. But here white didn't make a good decision and not to decide the exchange of rooks. Now you will see why this is not good in further more moves. He go to e file, but you can see this double lined up is not too effective here. So he go with a5, attacking the bishop. a3, this is also a good move because he want to play bishop to a2, and from here his idea is to go to b1 and eyeing on this weak diagonal, because after the castle h7 square is really a weakness. What is weakness? The piece defended by king once and defended by queen is also a weakness. Remember, keep in mind. So here he can play bishop to b1 and maybe create a battery with the queen and create some problems. So he go a4 anyway. He go to bishop a2. But here this is not a good move. Why? Because he didn't exchange this rook earlier on. Now you can see the pros and cons of this move. He go with rook c2, pinning the knight as well, attacking this pawn. He go with his idea, bishop to b1. He took the pawn. He created a battery. Now you can see here might be a threat. When he pushed this pawn, this knight may be forced to move, and this is going to be a mating threat. So he go with b4, because this pawn has been exchanged, then this pawn is going to be a passer and it is difficult to stop this one. He go with his plan, d takes e5. Now here white cannot take with the pawn because he will exchange the queen, and black is also in a very good position. So he is forced to take with the bishop. Now here black committed a little bit mistake. He played g6, but he should have played here bishop takes f3. Why? Because when he take with f3, he has then 1 2 3 4 choices. Let's analyze one by one. If he took with a queen, this knight is hanging simply, this is not possible. If he took with a pawn, he will ruin his pawn structure, this is also not good. And last, not last but least, but least not least, okay fine, he took with the knight. When he took with the knight, there is a threat, rook to b3, attacking the queen as well, attacking this pawn. So this pawn whenever is fallen, these two pawns are monstrous. This is not possible to stop these two connected pawns. And the last but not least, he can take the bishop in between move. You can say when we take here, he will take here in between move, because he is eyeing on this diagonal. When he took here, then we will take, sorry, he will take here, we can easily take here, because if we take here, we have a square to f8, then this is not a mate anymore because we have e7 square to go to. So this bishop has been moved and this e7 square is vacant for the king. So this is a bit computer analysis, I am just showing you. It's up to you, escape all these things when it's difficult. Okay, he played g6. He go to the c file, open c file, controlling the c file as well, threatening this move. You can see this is a really big threat. So he play here knight to d5, controlling this square. Here as well he can take the knight, the similar variation is possible, similar combination is possible. but if he saw, then he played earlier, so he missed that. He go with knight d5 to controlling c7 square. Now he centralized his knight, preparing this move, threatening this and this. So he took the pawn. Knight to c5. Now it is 4 to defend the queen. He defended the bishop, defended the queen, and pinned the knight to the rook. You can see now this knight cannot be moved easily. So he took the pawn. Now this is protected, this is under attack. Knight now can move or somewhere else he wants to, because this is protected as well. So he has to save the rook first of all. He go with the bishop b5, which is not really good move. He should have to go here b4, because knight is protecting. Now you can see why not good, because bishop can develop with a tempo. So here black decided to take the knight, because now you can see this rook cannot be taken due to this. Yeah, he can take here, but some variation you can consider on. But he decided to take the rook. The position is more or less equal. The all advantage is finished. He took here, he took with a pawn, and now you can see knight is under threat, so he has to defend. Okay, here I want to tell the one interesting thing about knight. Whenever you attack the knight with some of the piece, the quality of knight is on the next move he can attack you, such as here. You can see here this pawn attacks the knight. Now on the next move knight attacks the similar piece which attacks the knight. So this is the quality of a knight. You can consider in this in on your games. This is a beautiful technique. This is a quality. Okay, he protected the pawn with the bishop. Now he go here to protect this, because this is a simply exchange. If he not protect this pawn and take this pawn, he can maybe take this, and simply this exchange is not favor anybody. Now he attacks the bishop, centralizing the knight. Maybe not a, he may defend. Okay, he go with e5. Knight took simply with the idea. Queen takes c6. Now here white played awkward move. Bishop to c2, direct attacking this pawn twice. But there is one another indirect way to attack this pawn. He can play here bishop to e4 to pin the knight, because he has to do something about this pin, and this diagonal is necessary to control. So he will take, he can take, and maybe this pawn is going to be fallen, and after this pin he can play this move as well. So there are too many threats. Yeah, he can play this or this, and there is big variation you can see. But he go with the c2, which is a simpler way, feeble threat you may say. Now you can see this knight is going to be a monster. You can see this is a mating threat. He has to do something about this. Garry Kasparov said that knight on f5 is knife on f5. So he played f3. One another mistake. He should have played here queen f3, because if he taken, yes, you may say that the pawn structure is going to be ruined, but it's okay, not bad at all. But which the position arrived, this is much cramped. So he go inside. Now you can see this is a threat. Queen to d2, attacking the c2 bishop as well, threatening mat. Here black make another mistake after mistake. He should have played, okay, what he played, he took the pawn, but he should have played queen to e3, protecting this square. Yeah, this is a passer, this is going to be create so many trouble, but there is no other hope. He took the pawn, or maybe he missed that threat, or don't know what the reason was. He go with d2, threatening mate. Now this is hopeless position. He should have to give up the queen here for the knight, otherwise there is no any other reasonable move to defend the pawn. Here Asadullah Khan Rampuri resigned the game, and Salman Ali Khan won the game in style. So thank you for the video.